Hey there everybody, it's Jamie here and a very warm welcome to you all to Travel Blog Jamie. I'm currently sailing the British Isles on a 12-night cruise on board Princess's Regal Princess. In today's episode, I'm going to show you around my inside cabin / interior stateroom. It's not any ordinary one. Oh no, it's a sideways one. Are you ready for this? Let's do it! Alrighty, let's start with location. So I'm in cabin A216. It is forward, it's port side. It's pretty near to this stairwell and set of lifts. All right, let's check out the location. When you come out the lift, turn left and then right. There are deck plans as well dotted around on the screens to help you. Okay, let's do this. A deck, Aloha deck, is actually deck 12. Notice the usual configuration of inside cabins at the top of the screen to the sideways cabins you can now see in front of you. Also here the proximity to the stairwell and lifts. And that's my cabin right there, A216. Directly below we have other passenger cabins, likewise directly above. In theory, this could make for a quieter location. Okay, down here, around the corner. And we're just up here. Now, everyone will receive what's called a medallion, and this will give you access to the ship, to your cabin, and you can make purchases using this as well. Now, your door should recognize that you're in the vicinity before you even get there and unlock itself. There you go. All right, let's go. Welcome, everybody. By the way, I've never spent 12 nights in an inside cabin before, so please do wish me luck. I'll let you know how I get on. I've never had a sideways cabin, so I'm very excited about this. Of course I am, because I'm a total cruise ship geek and nerd, aren't I? Essentially what this means is when you walk into this cabin, this sideways cabin, you'll walk directly into the bedroom area. With most standard inside cabins, you walk straight into a storage area with your bathroom either on the left or the right hand side. So with this sideways cabin, it actually offers you more floor space, and I am totally all over that. Alrighty, so we will start in the bedroom area, and you can see the amount of floor space here. And some of you will be aware, when you have the bed configured as a double like this, and yes, you can have it as a twin, which means the bedside units will be in the middle, but usually the space around the bed is very limited, and this is actually much better than I'm used to, so very happy with this. Now, princess beds are known for their comfort, and I'm going to say halfway through this cruise now, I've had fantastic night's sleep in here. Such a comfortable bed with a topper, and actually the cabin location is very quiet as well. We have cabins above and cabins below, so no lounges, bars, restaurants, or being under a pool or anything like that here. You know I love a splash of colour when you're in an inside cabin. This delivers. We've got 2 bedside units with lamps and a shelf and 2 decent sized drawers. You can also operate the lighting either side of the bed, which is very handy indeed. If you've watched my channel before, you will know I love a headrest. And look at the size of this one. It takes up the whole back wall. It's got your head covered, my darlings. You're not gonna knock yourself out on this one, I promise you. And let's turn around so you can see the cabin from this angle. Nobody puts Jamie in the oh. Moving on swiftly. When you come into the cabin, you've got this slot here where you need to insert a card to illuminate all your lights. This was already here. It was provided for me, which I much prefer to using some dodgy old credit card or something like that. Okay, before we check out the vanity area and the storage space, let's just quickly pop over here so you can see we again have another bedside unit, shelf, and 2 drawers. I repeat, the space either side of the bed, look, I'm almost dancing for you, I've been jigging a lot on this cruise, on this British Isles cruise, is absolutely fabulous in comparison to many inside cabins I have frequented over the years. We have a near floor to ceiling mirror here as well. Hey everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood travel blog Jamie. That's a very long title, isn't it? And I'm not really that friendly, to be honest. And as we all know, a good size mirror will add to the sense of space and light. You know it's true. The vanity slash workstation area. Well, first of all, on the end here, we've got 3 shelves, very handy indeed. Look at the size of this though. It literally spans the length of this wall, which is quite unusual for an inside cabin. So again, very pleased with that. Socket or outlet wise, it's a bit limited actually in this cabin. We've got a European socket here and a US one here and a US one over here. That really is it in the bedroom and vanity slash workstation area. We've got a good size mirror here. It's low down enough for you to sit here and quite comfortably do your hair, your makeup. I know, I've tried it all out, my darlings, I have. I know some of you have mentioned before the mirrors are too high, and therefore if you're sat trying to do that, you can literally only see the top of your head. So this works much better. As you can see, we've got a great size television in this cabin. I'll come back to the channels a little bit later. There is a telephone here, and we have kettle and tea and coffee making facilities here for sailings out of the UK, because you know, people from the UK, they cannot manage without this. And you're like, yeah, but you could have it delivered, can't you, for free with a stateroom breakfast, which I'll show you later. I would say to that, yeah, but then you're taking up more of the cruise time. Swings and roundabouts, pros and cons. If you're a regular, you'll know I love bringing my own reed diffuser. I'm not suggesting that any of these cruise ship cabins are whiffy. I've had a couple. Not this one, but I do love a bit of home from home scent as well. Sorry, not sorry. And directly underneath we have a drawer that contains I'm going to call this like a permanent hairdryer. You don't pull that out, please don't. It looks like a real dinky one, doesn't it? But you know, don't judge a hairdryer by its size. It's time for the hairdryer test. Look how big it looks here. This is why you should never trust people who take pictures or make videos like myself, because actually, look, I could make this look massive. And it's tiny. Anyway, this only has 1 heat setting and 2 power settings. Here's power setting number 1. Are you ready? That's a very soft blow, isn't it? But good heat. 2. Okay, I think that's actually adequate, even if you've got quite a big hairy bush. It's hot, and I'd say sort of medium power. Right, let's pop you back in there. Sleep well, my darling, sleep well. Underneath the drawer here, we have 1, 2, 3 decent sized drawers. So far in the bedroom area, a fair amount of storage space. Next to that, we have our fridge. Now, I always open these the wrong way. Let's try it this way. Oh, go me! And you are allowed to bring on board a bottle of bubbles or wine up to 750 mils, 1 per adult, for consumption in your cabin, of course. If you are an elite member of the captain circle like myself, you'll get a one-off minibar. You can choose what you want. I didn't choose all those bottles of water, by the way. I just said I was diabetic and I needed 0 sugar drinks, so I was given a few of those and then loads of water. I'm sure they would change it for me if I asked. And yes, they did provide some alcohol for me as well, in the name of my favorite vodka. And there you go, my loves. That's the bedroom area and the vanity slash workstation area. As somebody who has frequented inside cabins quite a lot, this is actually, for a standard size cabin, very spacious. Can you fit your luggage under the bed? Damn right you can. Okay, let's head down this dark alleyway. First thing to note, aircon unit on the wall. It's always on, so all you can do is control the temperature, either icy or hot. I like it Arctic. Now then, the lighting down here for your wardrobe area, I'm going to call this a walk-in closet actually, is very unusual in that it is automatic. So we'll come down here and then hopefully we will have some illumination. There you go. Now, on one hand, this is a great idea, especially if you are heading to the loo in the middle of the night and you don't want to try and fumble around. I don't mean in a rude way, obviously, putting the lights on. What's not so good about it, of course, is if you're sharing with somebody else and you're going to the loo in the middle of the night and then boom, it's going to be a little bit intrusive for your partner or your good friend. Regardless, here's a look at the double wardrobe. Plenty of hanging space here, lots of hangers. You can absolutely get more, and I'll show you how to do that a little bit later. There are two very good sized shelves here, as you can see, taken up with the life jacket / vest. You could absolutely put this one in here, that would fit, and use this space for yourself. Just behind that, in our walk-in closet, we have three very good size shelves. And in fact, there's space here, let's say for your shoes or bags, whatever you want. In here, we have even more shelf space, plus our safe. Oh my goodness me pantyhose. And all the way down here looks great. So that happens to be 6 more shelf spaces. Personally, in comparison to some other cruise lines, I think the storage space in this cabin is very good. I forgot to mention Captain Hook over here. I love a hook. I love a hook on the walls. I've got my robe here. Anybody on a Princess cruise ship can have a robe. It's not elitist at all. And I'll show you how to get one a little bit later. Right, it's time to head into the bathroom, which is probably my least favorite part of this cabin. I find it to be on the small side, again, in comparison to other standard inside cabins I have frequented over the years on other cruise lines. Okay, so this is said bathroom. I mean, it's perfectly acceptable in terms of cleanliness, kind of plastic aroma, but bright, which is important, I think, when you've got no windows. We've got a very good mirror here. It takes up the whole back wall, so it does help a little bit with a sense of space. I also think this is a really good sized sink basin, and we've got space around it for some of our own products. You're going to receive Lotus Spa products in your cabin, eucalyptus and sea salt. They actually do smell very nice indeed. We've got 3 shelves here, plus a shaving point. And a good thing about this particular shaving point is it's located by a shelf, not like those ridiculous ones on some of the new ships that are up here with no shelf below. So you're literally hanging your products. Nobody likes hanging their bits and bobs, do they? Towels here, and below, it's where you're going to plonk your 1 cheek, 2 cheeks, rah, rah, rah. Don't get sucked in, no, no, no. One thing I will say is it always scares me having your towels right above the toilet. Keep that lid down because you don't want any falling in, do you? There's a toilet brush down here, and I want to show you the actual space. Can you see it is a bit limited? Right, let's plonk ourselves down here and see how much leg room we've got. I mean, you can do your business with the door open if you really want to, I suppose. What do you reckon? A little bit cramped? I think a little bit. Under the sink basin, by the way, there is another shelf here with a bin. So ample storage space in this particular bathroom. Extra loo roll there. We've got sanitary disposal bags. And this is a bit awkward. Look, you've got your loo roll here, which is pretty much behind you. So you could easily pull a muscle or two here, trying to reach for your toilet roll. My recommendation, I can't believe I'm saying this to you, is to plonk your toilet roll here next to you so you don't overreach. Oh my goodness me. I mean, personally, I think that's quite good advice. I really do. It may be unusual advice, but it's important. I don't want you overstretching and pulling a muscle during your holiday. Alrighty, and a look at the shower. Now, I posted a picture of this online. I said you can get 2 in there. 2 people responded immediately. You won't get 2 people in that, they said. You won't. Well, let's just prove you wrong. So in I go. And I would suggest you absolutely can get 2 people in there. Yeah, bite me. More Lotus Spa products here in the shower. Shampoo in the dish shower gel. Again, eucalyptus and sea salt. Very nice indeed. We've got something to hold on to here in case you're a little bit wobbly on your feet, or rough seas, or for whatever other reason that I wouldn't want to imagine. Look up, 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 up. We have a washing line here, and you could dry your bits and bobs in here if you wanted. Your knickers, your swimming trunks. I'm not judging you. You dry what you need to, my loves. Handy little shelf here to put your bits and bobs if you want. There's also another smaller shelf over here by the actual shower head. I think this is a decent shower actually. It's not too bad in terms of power. It is super hot if you want it to be, and yes, for super hot steamy showers. So much so that there's even a warning sign in the shower to test the water temperature before you step in. Absolutely, you don't want to get scolded and airlifted off to A&E. Right, let's show you the power of this shower. I'm going to step out, of course, before I do this. Right, here we go. Oh, it's not bad at all, actually, is it, folks? You going to be all right there? I think you're going to be fine. I know, my love, some of you are going to be upset about this so-called clingy shower curtain. Can I just say to you, this one in particular, it doesn't cling. It's whatever kind of texture material this is, it's non-clingy. So whilst it might not look super pretty, there's no clinging to your bits and bobs. And lastly, we've got 2 captain hooks for your towels. Love that. And one last pan of the bathroom. What do you reckon? Is it just me? I don't think it's very big, but I haven't had a problem myself using this. Alrighty, let's talk laundry. So on Princess, they offer a same day or regular next day service. Here's a look at those items and the prices. I always say I don't often use laundry services on board any ship, so I don't know whether I would consider that good value or not. That's down to you. If you're a member of the Captain Circle loyalty program and Elite, i.e. the top tier, you can actually have your laundry done for free. That's what I'm gonna do. Alternatively, you could use the laundrette, or don't think they call it that on here. Let's go check it out. You see, it's not called a laundrette here, a laundromat. Here it is, located towards the aft. Oh, I haven't seen a big one like that in years, my loves. It's all kind of really sexy, isn't it? Right, so there's a machine to buy your laundry tokens. If you haven't brought your own, there's a machine with soap, bleach, and softeners. These cost $1.50 each. Alrighty, let's check out this humongous television. What kind of channels can you expect? As you can see, there are multiple options on this television. I think the channel I probably access most is location. It tells you the date, where you're heading, arrival times, when you've got to be on board, and also it shows you the route, and you can zoom in. Come on, zoom, my beauty, zoom for me. There you go. That's where we currently are. I'm going to sail through the Inner Hebrides all the way up here to the Orkney Isles. You also have access to the bridge cam, which is probably quite important if you're staying in an inside cabin, so you can check out the sea state and the weather. It's grey and lumpy, but I do see a bit of blue on the horizon. There's a guest services page which tells you all about your days at sea or in port, hours of operation of all the restaurants and bars, etc. There's a vibe page where you can actually see any photos taken of you, information as well about some of the entertainment, and of course the all-important casino where you want to hemorrhage your money, information on destinations and ports, which I love. They also do those port talks in the theatre, a thing of the past on some cruise lines now. Information about restaurants and menus and movies and television. Now, the movies on board you don't have to pay any extra for, unlike some cruise lines. Yes, I'm looking at you, MSC, and I would suggest there's a very good range as well. And don't come at me with who goes on a cruise or holiday to watch a film. Do what you want when you want on your holiday, my loves. Hugely important. Let's talk room service. We'll start with your stateroom breakfast option. A stateroom breakfast is available to everyone, no matter what kind of cruise or package you purchased. You literally just need to hang this outside your cabin. identifying everything that you would like to eat and the service time desired, and it will magically appear. I've got some examples for you. Should we have a look? Oh my goodness, I've woken up to a knock at the door. There is somebody at the door. Well done, Princess. They've never let me down with these breakfasts. Life Force. A little princess egg and cheese muffin. Alrighty, so I've got a savoury muffin. Look at that one, that looks good. Oh, it's warm as well. Just a plain bread roll, some butter and banana. Go me. And of course, health, 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 darlings. That is nice and chilled, by the way. And no, there's no extra charge to have breakfast delivered to your stateroom/cabin. Happy days. Aside from breakfast, everybody can order lunch, dinner, late night snacks, overnight snacks, whatever you want. However, if you don't have a Princess Plus or Premier package, it will be subject to a $5 tray charge. And here's a look at some of the items available to you on room service. As you'll see, many items are complimentary. Where a surcharge applies, these are clearly indicated. Yep, I've got a weakness for loaded fries. I got cheesy chips, although it should be loaded with a 5-bean chili as well. You want sushi? No problem. There's already a pretty good range, but it still continues. And oh my goodness, yes, of course I have the soup. Don't I always have the soup? They deliver chicken noodle soup. I hope it's good. It does look and smell nice. Yes, they've got you covered for desserts as well. Best news of all, yep, you can purchase a whole pizza. You can even purchase some items from the menus of specialty dining restaurants such as the Crown Grill and Sabatini's. And finally, yes, you can have beverages delivered to your cabin as well, including a wide range of cocktails. If you need anything in your cabin replenishing, well, of course, you could speak to your cabin steward or stewardess, leave them a note, phone reception, or indeed use the Princess app. Using the Princess app, click on Stateroom Amenities. You can have any of the following items delivered to your cabin for free. Pillows, adapters, a coffee and tea setup, extra luggage tags, face masks, more hangers. Don't worry, there are no wire hangers here. You can get your bathrobe, more towels, and also you can ask for your room service tray to be retrieved. Your evening turn down will include delivery of the Princess Patter, that's your cruise news for each day that you're on board. Your lights will be dimmed, bathroom refreshed, and towels left on the floor will be replenished. And also my comfies tend to be placed out and smoothed down beautifully. Thank you for that, cabin steward. Lastly, if you need your cabin servicing, this is the button you need to press. Best to do that before you head out in the morning. And if you want some privacy, that's the button you need there. And I think that covers pretty much everything. If you are somebody who often stays in an inside cabin, what do you think of this one? Drop those comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Likewise, if you're somebody who doesn't frequent an inside cabin very often or ever, I will be honest with you, I do prefer a balcony or an ocean view cabin, but sometimes needs must. What do you think? Drop your comments below. I would also love to hear from you. And now those all-important reflections. Some people worry if an inside cabin is going to be too claustrophobic for them. Well, only you can decide that. I am spending 12 nights in this cabin. It's actually the longest I've ever spent in an inside cabin, and I'm absolutely fine and dandy. I don't feel claustrophobic. I feel that there's ample space in here. Beautifully hot shower, very comfy bed. One of the pros of an inside cabin, of course, is it's darker than having an ocean view or balcony cabin, which in my opinion can mean a better night's sleep. The location is very convenient in my opinion. Of course, if you are prone to seasickness, being towards the front and higher up like I am might not be for you. Me personally, I don't suffer from seasickness, so it works out brilliantly. This cabin has more floor space than I'm used to in an inside cabin. There's more storage than I'm used to in an inside cabin. Comfy bed, perfect temperature for me in this cabin, and oodles of options on the television. The downsides of this cabin, well, they'd have to be the slightly smaller bathroom configuration and also the automatic light in the walk-in closet area. I can live with both of those. I can. That is it from me for now. Don't forget, I've got the full 12-night experience in feature-length vlog form for you, so don't go anywhere. Take care, my darlings, and I'll see you around very soon. Mwah. Thank you so much for your support as we head towards 31,000 subscribers. Today's shout-outs go to my tiers 3, 4, and 5 patrons, and goodness gracious me, everybody, you too could become a patron by searching patreon.com/travelblogjamie. For your personalized video messages, just search cameo.com/travelblogjamie. And lastly, a big thank you to my tier 5 patrons, Steph, Ryan, the Dudies, Cooperton, Mark, Melissa, Catherine, Tara, Cindy, Graham, Elaine, the Hadwins, and Heather. Thanks for watching, and don't forget we can follow each other on Facebook, Jamie W. Robbins, X, Threads and Instagram at TravelBlogJamie, and of course right here, right now on YouTube.